Hello, welcome to this week's Express class. We're going to work on our abs again, make things a little bit harder again this week. So we'll get started straight away. Onto the hands and knees. We're going to warm the spine up. So just dropping the ribs down, lift the head up, just get some flexion, extension into the spine. As we're doing this, push the hands away from the body as the ribs reach up towards the ceiling. Drop the back down, ribs to the ceiling, drop the back down again, and then look down between the fingertips. So the back is flat, elbows are tucked in, left foot up and out to the side, right foot up and out to the side, left foot up and out, right foot up and out, left foot, right foot, one last one each side, left foot, and last one on the right. Perfect. Now tuck the toes underneath the feet, tuck the elbows in, engage the core, so just a little bit of a tucking of the hips underneath the body, lift the knees up, and hold. Perfect. And rest. Good. Keep the elbows tucked in. Lift and hold again. And lower. Good. 3 more. Elbows tucked in. Lift and hold. And lower. 2 more. Lift and hold. And lower. One last one. So we're in the middle of the mat. This time we're going to lift the knees up. We're going to walk our feet to the end of the mat. And we're going to walk our hands to the front of the mat. So elbows tucked in. Engage the core. Lift the knees up, walk the feet to the back of the mat. Good, now walk the hands to the front of the mat, into that plank position, squeeze the abs, a nice straight line from the shoulders, through the hips, through the knees to the ankles. Perfect. Holding that plank position, and then walk the hands back to the start position, walk the knees forward to their start position, and rest down. Perfect. Next we're going to do our T push-ups. So we're going to start on the knees. If you want to start from the feet, you can. You're going to hands to the edge of the mat, elbows tucked in. You're going to straighten the body, straighten the hips, squeeze the abs, into a little push-up, back up, right hand to the ceiling, and down. Into the push-up, back up, left hand to the ceiling, and down. Good. Push-up again. Right hand to the ceiling. Keep that left elbow pointing back. Softly back down to right hand. Into the push-up. Right elbow tucked in. Left hand to the ceiling. One last one either side. Perfect. Softly back down to right hand. And the last one. Left hand to the ceiling. And back down. Good. Perfect. We're going to stretch the back a little bit more. Hands by the side now. And straighten the legs back. We're going to arch the back, lifting the chest up, pinch the shoulder blades back, and look straight ahead. Don't look up to the ceiling. Good. And back down. Pinch the shoulder blades back again. Hands down, elbows tucked in. Extend the elbows. Good. And then back down. And one last one. Extend the elbows up. Good. And then back down. Perfect. Onto the hands and knees. A little bit of stretching for the low back. Sit back onto the heels. Walk the hands forward and drop the chest down to the mat. Good. And then bring the hands all the way to the left. So you get a good stretch to the right. Bring the hands all the way to the right. Big stretch on the left side of your body. Coming all the way up along the spine on the outside here of the ribs. And then back to the middle. Perfect. Now, turn over onto your back. So, rest the head down onto the mat. You're going to imprint the spine. Hands by the side, legs to tabletop. And tap the toes off the mat. Right foot, left foot. Right foot, left foot. Good. Shoulder blades are relaxed, right and left. Bring the hands to the ceiling. And left, elbows are pointing to the toes. Focusing on the imprint. We're going to bring the hands and the legs back at the same time. So opposite arm and opposite leg back, move back at the same time. Keeping the shoulder blades pinched, we're going to tap the right foot off the mat. Left hand comes back. Legs to tabletop, hands to the ceiling. Left leg, right hand. And back to the ceiling. Good. Right leg, left hand. And back. Left leg, right hand. And back. Now keep the elbows as straight as you can when you do this. It gets easy if you just bend the elbows. We don't want that to happen. So you want to keep the elbows straight. Good. Focusing on the imprint. Perfect. And then last one on either side, make sure those ribs don't pop up at the end. So keep the rib cage down, legs to tabletop, and then bring the feet down onto the mat. Perfect. Next one we're going to do, relax the shoulders, imprint the spine, lift the hips up, and then back down. Good. So we're working the glutes here, but we're exaggerating that imprint, and we're getting better control, especially on the way down. So arch the back, imprint, lift the hips up nice and high. And as you come back down, really tuck the hips underneath the body. So you imagine each vertebrae comes down one at a time, one following the next in a nice smooth sequence. Good. And then one last one. Imprint, lift, hips up nice and high, and then bring the spine down, one vertebrae at a time. Perfect. And then relax. Good. Next one we're going to do, we're going to imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, two hands to the ceiling. We're going to tap the 2 feet off the mat, so keeping the spine imprinted. Tap and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on the imprint. Push down even harder as you move the legs back. Perfect. Now bring the focus to the lower ribs. Hands to the ceiling. Imprint. 2 arms back. 2 legs to the mat. 1, 2. Good. Remember, focus on the ribs. Keep the ribs down. Nice and tight. It's difficult as you come towards the end, especially if the shoulders are a little bit stiff. Good. One last one. Perfect. Legs back to the ceiling and bring the hands in. Good. Right knee into the chest, and we're going to lift the hips up and lower. Good. 1, 2. So keep the hands around your right knee. 3, 4, 5, and switch legs. Good. So right foot on the mat, left knee to the chest, in nice and tight. 1, and tuck the elbows in. 2, full extension at the top. 3, 2 more. 4, one last one. 5, and then rest down. Perfect. Next, we're going to do a set of hundreds. So we're going to hands by the side, relax the shoulders. We're going to reach the hands to the bottom of the mat. Tuck the chin in, knees and feet about 6 inches apart, 4 to 6 inches. Reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, roll the head and shoulders up, and beat the hands. 2, 5, breathe out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the shoulders back, chest up nice and high. Good. In. 2, 4, 5, out. 2, 4, 5. Keep the shoulders down. Keep the elbows tucked in. Good. And get the bottom of your shoulder blades up off the mat. Good. Breathe in. 2, 4, 5. Out. 2, 4, 5. Last breath in. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll back down onto the mat and rest down. That last little bit as you roll up, you push yourself up a little bit higher. Get the bottom of the shoulder blades up off the mat. You're going to feel the upper abs really working hard. So straighten the legs down onto the mat. 2 hands back behind the head. Arms forward, chin to the chest. Up nice and tall. And roll back down. 1, 2. Good. 3. 2 more reaching forward. And then we're going to reach up for the 2 after that. 4. Good. 5. At the top, arms are parallel to the floor and shoulder blades are back. Next 5 are reaching up. 6. Keep the shoulder blades away from the ears. Good. 7. So you want the shoulders to be nice and soft and relaxed. Controlled on the way down. 8. Chest is forward. Back down. Last 2. Good. Chest up nice and tall. Slowly back down. And the final roll up. 10. And we're going to stay here. So bend your knees. We're going to roll like a ball next. Hands onto the front of the shin. Elbows up nice and high. Shoulder blades are back. Tuck the chin in. Sit back onto the heels. We're going to roll back onto the shoulders and up into sitting. Good. 1, Roll back onto the shoulders. And up nice and tall. 2. We're going to go for 5, 3, 4. Nice smooth rolls. Chest up at the end to level yourself out. Curl the spine. 5. And rest the heels down. Perfect. Reach in front. Slowly roll back down onto the mat and rest down. Good. Now back to the lower abs. Hands by the side. Imprint the spine. Legs to tabletop. Straighten the legs to the ceiling. And little flush kicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees and bring the feet down. So next we're doing double leg lowers. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs to the ceiling, lower the heels 2 inches and lift. 1, 2, keep the rib cage down. 3, and remember the shoulders should be relaxed. 4, so you don't hold any tension in the upper body to do this. 5, 6, 7, relax the hands. 8, 9, 1 more. 10, bend the knees and rest the feet down. Good, so we're going to work our upper abs with those 2 exercises again. We're just going to turn them into the advanced versions. So we're going to bring the upper abs into a little bit more. We're going to roll the head and shoulders up and make the moves a little bit bigger, so challenge the core a bit more. So for the next one, we're going to imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs to the ceiling, 2 hands to the back of the right calf, keep the elbows tucked in, lower the left heel to the mat, and switch. Good. 1, 2, keep the shoulder blades back. 3, good. 4, keep the head and the shoulders up so you can use the hands to pull yourself up. 5, but keep yourself there as you switch from leg to leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs to the ceiling, bend the knees and rest the feet down. Perfect. Next one for the abs. We're going to reach your hands down, roll the head and shoulders up, straighten the 2 legs to the ceiling and double leg lowers again. But again, get the head and shoulders up nice and high. This time we're not using our hands to hold ourselves up, so the abs have to work really hard. So hands by the side, relax the shoulders. Big deep breath in, expand the ribs. Breathe all the air out of your lungs, pull the rib cage down and in nice and tight. Imprint the spine at the same time. Legs to tabletop. Straighten the legs to the ceiling. Reach the hands to the bottom of the mat. Head and shoulders up nice and high. Lower the heels and lift. So this time you go 6 to 10 inches. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice smooth breaths. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Bend the knees, bring the feet down and rest down. Perfect. A couple more exercises before we finish. So we're going to still work on the abs. We're going to do some roll-ups. This time we're going to try and bring the hands out to the side. Sorry, our hands to the side of the head and keep the elbows out to the side. So, I need to move out a little bit here for this. Good. What we're going to do, legs straight onto the mat, hands either side of the head, and we're going to go for 5 roll-ups. So we're going to try and not flick the elbows forward. It'll happen a little bit, but try and keep them pointing out. So chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, nice and tall, and then roll back down. Good. 1, 2, try and keep the elbows pointing back, it's difficult. 3, and try not let them pop forward. Good. 4, up nice and tall at the end. Back down, last one, rolling up. And then back down, try not to let the hands leave the side of your head. It's a very difficult one. Good. Last exercise, legs to tabletop. We're going to roll up into both poses. So imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, hands back behind the head, and 10 roll-ups. to dog pose. 1, back down, so this is our teaser prep. 2, chest forward at the end, round the spine. 3, and back down. 4, good. Halfway there now, chest forward at the top, back down. 6, and down. Arms are parallel to the floor at the top. Good. 3 more. 8, back down. Last 2. 9, back down. 1 last one. Chest forward and stay there. Perfect. That's today's class finished. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit different routine there. We've got one more class working on the abs next week, and I'm going to switch to the glutes after that. See you next week. Bye bye.